Fab Kid Stories, your storytime adventure destination.
The Johnson family was going on a road trip. They were so excited. This was their first big adventure together in a long time, and they had been planning it for weeks. The kids had been counting down the days, and now the moment had finally arrived.
All right, everyone, let's start packing up. Remember, we need to fit everything in the car, so let's be organized.
Mom and Dad brought out the suitcases. They had packed everything they needed for the trip, from clothes to toiletries, and even some emergency supplies just in case. The kids, Lily and Max, grabbed their backpacks. They had packed their favorite toys, books, and games to keep them entertained during the long drive.
I'm bringing my favorite teddy bear, Lily exclaimed, hugging her stuffed animal tightly. She couldn't imagine going on a trip without it.
And I've got my toy cars, Max said, showing off his collection. He loved playing with them and couldn't wait to race them on the back seat.
They carefully put everything into the trunk. Dad made sure to arrange the suitcases and bags in a way that maximized space and kept everything secure. Soon, it was time to go. The car was packed, and everyone was ready to hit the road. Everyone piled into the car. Mom and Dad took the front seats while Lily and Max settled in the back with their toys and backpacks.
Ready for an adventure, everyone? Dad asked, turning to look at the kids with a big smile.
Dad started the engine. The car roared to life, and the excitement in the air was palpable. They were ready for an adventure. The open road was calling, and they couldn't wait to see where it would take them.
Bye, house! See you later! Lily and Max shouted, waving enthusiastically as the car pulled out of the driveway.
Lily and Max waved goodbye to their house. They were leaving behind their familiar surroundings for a new adventure. They couldn't wait to see new places. The thought of exploring new destinations filled them with excitement and curiosity.
I packed a special snack bag with lots of yummy treats, Mom said, holding up a bag filled with their favorite snacks.
Mom had made a special snack bag. She knew that having good snacks was essential for a happy road trip. It was full of yummy treats. There were sandwiches, fruits, chips, and even some homemade cookies.
And I've got some fun music for the road, Dad said, scrolling through his playlist to find the perfect road trip songs.
Dad promised to play fun music in the car. He had created a special playlist with everyone's favorite songs to keep the mood upbeat. Lily and Max were already having so much fun. They were playing games and laughing, enjoying the start of their adventure. The road trip was off to a great start. With the car packed, snacks ready, and music playing, the Johnson family was ready to make unforgettable memories on their journey. The car rolled down the street, its tires humming softly against the pavement. The gentle vibrations of the road beneath them were a comforting reminder of the journey ahead. Lily and Max looked out the windows, their eyes wide with wonder and excitement. They had been waiting for this day for weeks, planning and dreaming about all the places they would see. They said goodbye to their house, waving enthusiastically as it grew smaller and smaller in the distance. It was a bittersweet moment, leaving behind the familiar for the unknown. They were excited for a new adventure. The car was filled with laughter and chatter as they talked about their plans and the fun they would have.
Look, Max, we're leaving our town behind. It's like we're stepping into a whole new world.
The car drove faster and faster, the scenery outside the windows blurring into a colorful tapestry of greens, blues, and browns. Soon, their town was far behind them, just a tiny speck on the horizon. They felt a sense of freedom and excitement as they ventured further away. The highway stretched in front of them, a seemingly endless path leading to new adventures and discoveries. It was like a long, gray ribbon, unfurling before them, guiding them to places unknown.
Wow, look at all the fields and cows. It's like a painting come to life.
The world zoomed by, a blur of colors and shapes, each one a new and exciting sight. They passed fields of green grass, the vibrant color a stark contrast to the gray of the highway. They saw cows grazing in the sunshine, their peaceful demeanor adding to the serene beauty of the landscape. Fluffy white clouds drifted in the blue sky, their shapes constantly changing and sparking the children's imaginations.
Those clouds look like giant cotton candy. I wonder if they taste as sweet as they look.
I bet I could jump on them and bounce. It would be like jumping on a giant, fluffy trampoline.
They were having so much fun looking at everything, their eyes darting from one sight to the next, eager to take it all in. The world was full of amazing things to see. Every turn of the road brought a new surprise, a new wonder to marvel at. The journey had just begun, and they couldn't wait to see what lay ahead. Lily and Max loved playing games in the car. They took turns spotting different colored cars.
Red car!
Lily shouted when she saw one.
Blue car!
Max yelled, pointing to a shiny blue sedan. They giggled each time they found a new color. Sometimes they played I Spy.
I spy with my little eye. Something blue.
Is it the sky?
Max shook his head. Lily looked all around. Finally, she spotted a blue sign.
I found it.
She cried. Dad put on some music. Lily and Max sang along to their favorite songs. The car was filled with their happy voices. Time flew by as they played and sang. After a while, they stopped at a beautiful park. The sun was shining brightly and the sky was a perfect shade of blue. Birds were chirping melodiously, adding to the serene atmosphere. The park was filled with lush green trees and colorful flowers, making it an ideal spot for a family outing. It was time for a picnic. The family had been looking forward to this day for weeks. They had packed all their favorite foods and games to enjoy together.
Let's spread out the picnic blanket under that shady tree. It looks like the perfect spot to relax and enjoy our meal.
Mom and Dad took out the picnic blanket. They carefully laid it out on the soft grass, making sure it was smooth and comfortable for everyone to sit on. They spread it out under a shady tree. The tree provided just the right amount of shade, keeping them cool and protected from the sun. Lily and Max helped unpack the food. They were excited to see all the delicious treats they had brought with them. There were sandwiches, fruit salad, and cookies. The sandwiches were filled with fresh vegetables and cheese. The fruit salad was colorful and refreshing, and the cookies were homemade and smelled amazing.
Yum, I'm so hungry. I can't wait to dig into these delicious treats.
Me too. Let's eat. The family gathered around the blanket, each taking a plate and filling it with their favorite foods.
Lily and Max couldn't wait to eat. They had worked up quite an appetite from all the excitement and anticipation. They were so hungry from playing games. Earlier, they had played tag and hide and seek, running around the park and laughing together. After lunch, they explored the park. They walked along the winding paths, admiring the beautiful scenery and discovering new areas of the park. They found a playground with swings and a slide. The children's eyes lit up with excitement as they ran towards the playground.
Push me higher, Max. I want to touch the sky.
Lily and Max took turns pushing each other on the swings. They laughed and cheered as they soared through the air. They laughed and screamed with delight. The joy and laughter were contagious, filling the park with a sense of happiness and fun. It was the best picnic ever. The family agreed that this was a day they would always remember, filled with love, laughter, and wonderful memories. The park was a wonderland for Lily and Max.
After the playground, we went on an adventure.
Yeah, we followed a winding path through the trees.
The sunlight peeked through the leaves, creating dancing shadows on the ground.
We pretended the shadows were friendly creatures.
Lily found a ladybug crawling on a leaf. She watched it carefully as it moved its tiny legs.
I collected smooth gray rocks. I wanted to take them home as souvenirs.
They listened to the birds singing in the trees. The park was full of amazing sights and sounds. Back in the car, the adventure continued. The road twisted and turned, climbing up and down hills.
We drove past sparkling lakes and rivers.
We pretended we were pirates on a treasure hunt.
They imagined the water was hiding secret islands.
We saw deer with big brown eyes watching us from the roadside.
And a little chipmunk darted across the road in a flash of brown fur.
Lily and Max were amazed by all the wildlife. They couldn't believe how different everything looked compared to their town. Finally, they arrived at their destination, a charming historical town. The buildings were old and beautiful.
Some were made of red brick and others were painted in bright colors.
It felt like we had stepped back in time.
They strolled down the sidewalks, peeking into shop windows filled with unique treasures.
We saw handcrafted jewelry and old-fashioned candy.
Look, that building has a sign that reads Town Hall. Important decisions were made there long ago.
Lily and Max tried to imagine what life was like back then. After exploring the town, they stopped for a treat. They found a local ice cream parlor. It had a red and white striped awning.
Look at all the flavors. I want strawberry with sprinkles.
Chocolate chip cookie dough for me.
They sat at a table outside and savored every bite of their ice cream. The sweet, cold treat was the perfect ending to their afternoon. Their tummies were full, and so were their hearts. As the sun began to set, it was time to head home. They piled back into the car, their hearts full of happy memories.
I love playing in the park and seeing the deer.
Lily and Max were tired but content. They chatted about their favorite parts of the day.
The cool rocks I found were awesome, and the ice cream was delicious.
They snuggled into their seats, their eyelids growing heavy. The gentle rocking of the car soon lulled them to sleep. The drive home was filled with a comfortable silence. Mom and Dad smiled at each other. They were glad they had taken this trip. They knew these were memories their children would cherish forever.
This trip was such a wonderful escape from our busy lives.
Absolutely, we reconnected as a family and created lasting bonds.
They had explored new places, laughed together, and made memories that would last a lifetime. As they pulled into their driveway, Lily and Max began to stir. They were sleepy but happy to be home.
I can't wait to tell everyone about our adventure.
And I'm already dreaming of our next road trip.
The open road was calling and the Johnsons were ready to answer.
Thank you for joining us on this magical adventure. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more enchanting stories. Goodbye, little fairies.
Fab Kid Stories, your storytime adventure destination.